We've had our eye on Hrormir's staff for some time. Shadow, hide you.
Really didn't mean to cut her off there. But if we're vigilant enough in Breville's private quarters on the east wing, we'll find a book labeled Song of Hrormir. Hrormir was called upon by the King of Eversnow to defeat 3 evil Dark Kings. The King of Eversnow has already sent Hrormir's friend Darfang to try to fight these 3 kings already. Reporting back he has failed, Hrormir cannot believe that, knowing that Darkfang is a very skilled swordsmith. The king then informs Hrormir that Darfang actually did not fall in battle, but turned heel and started working with the Dark Kings. Hrormir, not wanting to believe the king's words, then rides off to the land of night to where the kingdom of fear stands. When Hrormir arrives, the 3 Dark Kings send out Darfang for them to fight. But unbeknownst to Hrormir, he was not actually fighting his friend, for it was a shadow of his friend that he was having to fight with, being controlled by a hag. After Hrormir ended up defeating the shadow Darfang, the hag ended up making a deal with him. "The soul of thy boon companion is my plaything, but I will take thine in a trade," said the hag. Without hesitation, Hrormir took the deal, the hag then releasing Darfang. Coming to the realization of what just happened, Darfang was about to take his own life, and Hrormir stopped him before he could do so. Hrormir told his friend to wait for him at the village banquet hall. For 10 days and nights, Hrormir battled with the hag, we shall say. After this, we find Hrormir and Darfang celebrating in the banquet halls, when the hag comes in after being woken up from her slumber. It is then revealed to us that the hag is actually the Daedra Lord of Nocturnal without her grey cowl. Hrormir has stolen the mask, you see. He used it as a wagering tool for his soul. Nocturnal takes the deal, leaving Hrormir and Darfang to live evermore. Now, one of the reasons why I told you this story is because I find it very interesting that this is probably one of the first remnants we see of the Thieves Guild being part of Nocturnal. And the reason for that is because we see Nocturnal using people for her own will in this story. And even though I don't agree with how Mercer Frey does his work, he did do what Hrormir did in tricking Nocturnal with the skeleton key versus the grey cowl. I am going to point out a key difference between the 2 stories, though, is that Mercer Frey is going to live the rest of his afterlife with Nocturnal versus Hrormir, who was able to bargain his way out.